It's review time. While you're here, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Also, check out and subscribe to my group channel, Comic Frontline, where the Frontline 6 come together every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time for Frontline Live to discuss all the latest news in geek culture and our top 5 comics of the week. Continue the conversation on the Frontline Discord. Be sure to check out ComicFrontline.com for the latest previews, reviews, news, and interviews, along with fun, unique features and daily updates. And don't forget to follow me, Comic Book Theater, Media Manus, and Comic Frontline on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Hey everyone out there in Ranger Nation, Jay here with Comic Book Theater, back for another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Go-Go Power Rangers number 21. This is the first issue of this series, part of Necessary Evil, and it is written by Ryan Parrott and new co-writer Sina Grace. And its art is by Francisco Mortarino, and we got colors by Raul Angulo, letters are by Ed Dushire, who's been doing a terrific job with the Power Ranger books as well as others, and we got various covers by various artists. But I did want to give out the credits right away. This book will give you something that you have not seen yet in Power Rangers, and it's not what we were expecting either. Because we start off with a flashback, 1 year after Arrival Day, which is where kind of where Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 25 took us. We were right at the first date between Kim and Tommy. Tommy still got his little mullet thing going on, but it wasn't really a mullet in the comic books, and it's not a mullet here. It's like, just a long hair, but it's like pushed back into it. But in the show, it was really a mullet. It was like a mullet. But anyway, so Tommy and Kim, have that awkward first date. They want to kiss, but neither one of them have the guts to do it, so they leave. Tommy's walking down the alley. This time, someone runs up, and Tommy turns around, and it's Kim, who just kisses him. It's like, we can totally do this, we're going to do this. So, again, a different scenario, because this is the point where Tommy in number 25 got by Lord Draken. He got stabbed in the back by Lord Draken. But this time, we get the happy ending. But that's not where the story is going to take place at, because Ryan Parrott likes to do those little flashbacks. And we're actually in season 2, okay? We're in specifically Green No More. So this is Green No More Part 2. We have Turban Shell fighting the Thunder Megazord. This scenario does change up, because Tommy never fights Turban Shell in the final battle in the Dragon Zord. But here, Tommy does one last thing, and he calls on the Dragon Zord, and he fires missiles, which sets up for Turban Shell's ultimate fate, delivered by the Power Sword from the Thunder Megazord. Okay, so they did change it up a little bit, and then the Power Rangers teleport outside of the command center, where they all have this conversation, and they're trying to talk about this, and what does this mean for the team? Tommy's not a Power Ranger anymore. His powers are depleted. Could Billy maybe somehow boost the power from this and that? How can they do it? Maybe he can use the old, the old armor that Billy had, or the blue armor that Billy had, or maybe he could use the Black Dragon armor or some kind of thing to power up the coin again. And Billy's like, I'm not sure, but we can try. And Tommy's like, what? I had a good run, dude. I'm glad to be a part of this team. You guys made me family. Jason starts to feel bad about not being there. He's like, don't feel bad. He's like, you guys made me a part of his family. First time I came to this command center, I destroyed it, and then you took me in as your, as a friend, and you treat me like family, that means a lot to me. And, back on the palace, we see that Lord Zedd is, happy. Well, first we see all the minions, and they're like, oh, Lord Zedd's going to be so mad, and Goldar's like, I'm not going to lose my wings again, and they're like trying to think about what they can do, because they didn't want to die. They were like, at least Rita, she was mean to us, but at some point she held back. Lord Zedd doesn't hold back, and Lord Zedd's like, I have a victory, and they were like, yeah, but the green crystal was destroyed, and the Dark Ranger, she was like, the Dark Rangers were pathetic. I'll have something better next time. He was like, but the Green Ranger's gone. Rita never should have called upon it anyway, and all this stuff. And so they're like, oh, okay, we're not going to get killed. And Lord Zedd's got another plan. So, back at school, the Rangers are talking. It's right before they go on vacation. And they're, they're still brainstorming about how they could get Tommy back his powers. And of course, which I love how Francisco Mortarino does it here. He has all all 6 Rangers, but the 5 of them have their communicators going off, and Tommy's like right in the middle, and it goes doot 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 doot, which is like really cool because it does have 5 doot doots. Like it goes doot 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 doot. And then it has 5, so it was like a nice little Easter egg for the Power Ranger fans there. But I did like that little image. I thought it was really fun for me as someone who's into like little show nuggets that you give us. But they feel really bad that Tommy's being left behind. Tommy feels like oh damn, I'm being left behind. And during their fight, like they're all saying about how bad they feel. And Kim's like, no, dude, trust me, he's okay. He's okay. He's just he just needs time to get adjusted. And you're like, but how would you feel? We're like, if you were there and we would all run off to be the Power Rangers. It's different. Like once you do that, your life's different. Which kind of foreshadows Kim's own little exit of the team. But and then we flash back to Kim and Tommy, and Tommy's preparing to go stay with his uncle at his uncle's cabin for during a vacation. He says that he just needs time away. That him and Kim are still good. He just needs some time away to adjust. And Kim's like really taken in by this. And I like he says to Kimberly, I will stay if you ask me to, but please don't tell me to stay. Don't ask me to stay. And then he goes, Kim doesn't say it, he goes away. So then we go to Jason, who's in his garage or basement, whatever, and he's like training, and he hears a noise, and you find out someone's there. He's like, all right, come out, and then he goes, Lord Draken, and we find out this mystery person is in a cloak, and he says, he was trying to find the right point in time to get to him, but he has to talk to Jason, and he says, and now I need your help to save it, to save this new timeline and all. And we find out that it is actually one of the emissaries. It is the Blue Emissary, who's sort of a Ninja Steel / Time Force version of the Emissary. How they always switch back and forth to the Rangers. So like this part is Time Force, this part is Ninja Steel Blue. So it was a really cool effect. So that's how Jason's being connected to this. That's so it's not Zordon doing the secret team. Maybe it's going to be the emissaries that are doing this. They're working for a higher power than Zordon now. So that's really cool. That'll be really cool to see. But I also like how they're setting this up. This is setting right up to it. Ryan Parrott tricked everybody. Well, Boom tricked everybody with that that little preview that they gave away, which you guys can check that out on ComicFrontline.com. But the little preview made you think, oh, we're picking up right from where number 25 is, and Tommy's going to be the Green Ranger. No, he's not. This is going to be the birth of the White Ranger story, and the birth of the Omega Ranger. So we're seeing the 2 births, and maybe even the birth of, the new team coming in, too. Because the new team has been in there for 2 months, so this is at least, I would say, 2 months before that, because so there's not that much time between them. Maybe this is really going to be the title that only works for like maybe a year with this team, and then we're going to maybe transition into the Omega Ranger team, or maybe this title will end because Ryan Parrott has said in interviews that, you know, Go-Go was going to end like so many times, but fans kept buying the book, and it kept going and selling well, that Boom kept, you know, saying, alright, let's do another arc, let's do another arc, let's do another arc. So maybe it will end at some point, but yeah, there's not that much time between the two books, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Go-Go Power Rangers, anymore. There's very little time left, which is kind of like the same thing with the first one, because the first series, and that went on for 2 years, so the first series was only 17 episodes between them, because, like 22 episodes between them, because you had right after Green with the Evil, and then it was like right after Day of the Dumpster, so it was only like 22 episodes between them, and this is about that same amount of time between them, so this could go on for 2 more years like this, or again, it could go on really fast and give us the introduction of the Omega Rangers, and then set up for a whole Omega Ranger team, which I think I would really like, especially if still Ryan Parrott's on it, because his voice with these characters are what makes these characters so well. And that's why Go-Go Power Rangers is so good. But let me know what you guys think about this book. What did you guys think when you saw that? Both shocks, you know, with the real time frame that we're in, and then the emissary being the one who putting together this Omega Rangers. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below, and any other thoughts you have on this or Power Rangers comics in general or whatever. Let me know all that in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next review. May the power protect you.